Hi everybody, Patrick here from Engineering Shock Electronics. This is the LoRa kit program number 1. I've got one program on the TX, the transmitter, and one on the receiver. The boards are interchangeable, but I'm going to call this one the transmitter and this one the receiver. And for this project, all we're doing is sending one piece of data from the transmitter to the receiver. And what happens is every time we send that piece of code, the number increments. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, and it'll just keep counting, and the receiver will receive it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this receiver across the house, and I'm going to plug it in. There are no connections needed to be made for this project. I'm going to press the reset button, and it says the LoRa kit, Project 1 RX on Kickstarter. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go plug in the transmitter, and we'll just see what happens. As you can see, we're sending one transition. We're sending a transmission of numbers. We're just sending the count of how many times the transmission has occurred. So the transmitter, there's nothing on the screen that says Kickstarter. Project 1 TX on Kickstarter, and it just stays like that. I'll show it to you in just a second. But it's sending an incremented number wirelessly to the receiver, and I've got USB powering it, and that's all this project does. Now, here's something I want you to keep in mind when you're looking at the code samples. Every project builds on the last. So you're going to see a lot of the same stuff, so you only have to get familiarized with each section once. And then when there's something new, I usually comment saying, this is new. So for the next project, we're going to build on this project. And all of this is doing, again, all this is doing is just sending something from the transmitter to the receiver. The receiver is not sending anything back to the transmitter, it's just receiving. Very basic instructions. So we're sending a number that's incrementing every time. You can send any kind of data you want, and do with it whatever you please. This is a project board. We have a whole bunch of stuff on here to work with. But again, we're going to learn in small steps. Now look at the code. It's fully commented, and it allows for you to use these version 2 LoRa kit boards wonderfully at long distances. I'm just using it in the house. You can use it outside. We're going to talk about every little element on this board throughout these projects. Stay tuned for Project 2.